Hello everyone, Tutu Mora here with the Y, bringing you tools to feel well in your body, mind, and spirit. So today we're going to focus on the hips and the hip flexors, which can often become quite tight when we're sitting a lot or even when we're walking around or hiking a lot. And now in the summer months, especially given what we're able to do, walking and hiking can be a really beautiful way to get some exercise, but it can also leave us feeling a little tight. So that's what we are going to be working on today. You won't need any props. You'll just need a mat or a soft surface to lie down on. And I'll go ahead and meet you down on the mat. So the way we're gonna start is on our knees. So if you need an extra padding beneath your knees, feel free to do so. I'm gonna shift my camera here so you can see a little bit better. So finding that comfortable space, and maybe if you need a little bit of padding, go ahead and find it. And so one knee is going to be on the mat and the other knee is going to be bent. Finding a right angle degree in your knee here. And of course, you can't see my feet, but if this was your foot, making sure that you have an equal inside-outside pressure on the ground. So we don't want the foot to be, just towards the outside or just towards the inside. See if you can find that equal inside-outside pressure. And so what we're gonna do here, if you need to be against a wall to find some balance, feel free to do so. However, you're gonna find your posture while in this position. So letting your heart be a little lifted, throat behind the heart. And I want you to feel as though you're breathing into your hips. And so what we're gonna do is you're going to gently breathe into your hips, letting yourself lean forward, reaching forward with your hip flexor. So your hip flexor is gonna feel almost like you're reaching forward with the groin space. So let's find that sensation, reaching forward, maybe lengthening that knee down towards the mat as you reach forward through that hip flexor. And you might notice a little stretch right away. It might feel all the way down, maybe even into your quad. So we're gonna just reach forward a little bit and then take it back. You might need to reach down and forward and take that even further forward. But see if you can tune into where that stretch is for you. And of course, the whole time you wanna keep those hips square facing the wall. So you might be tempted to shift, but see if you can find that square hips, because that's gonna help you find the stretch. So let's take a couple more. Again, reaching gently down before you reach through that hip flexor. Breathing, taking yourself forward and back. And so now we're gonna deepen that stretch here. As we reach forward, the arm on the same side is gonna lift. Now you can't see, I can tilt the screen a little bit so you can see more of my body. So here you are. The arm on that same side is gonna reach up, and I want you to feel as though you're reaching up with the back of your armpit, so your fingertips would become closer to the ceiling. And so, finding that little reach first, now you're gonna achieve that same sensation, so reaching down forward with that hip flexor, reaching up with the back of the armpit, deepening that stretch, and then taking it back. And again, finding that lift through the back of the armpit first before reaching down, forward through that hip flexor, keeping the hips square towards the wall in front of you, and then taking that down. So taking a second here, bringing both feet to the mat, feeling a difference between those two sides of the pelvis, the two hip flexors, and we'll take that to the other side. So, finding one knee on the mat. Now, as you place your foot on the mat, again, finding that equal pressure inside, outside of the foot. So you might notice that your foot wants to ride on the outside or the inside, but see if you can even that out. Hips square towards the wall in front of you. If you need to hold on to something for balance, please feel free to do so. And let's find that sensation now where you reach down and forward through the hip flexor. Noticing perhaps which side feels a little tighter. This side feels tighter for me. And then taking it back. And we'll take this a couple times at our own pace here before we add in the arm. Notice how I'm supporting myself as I do this. So don't be shy to move this situation over to a wall so you have a little bit more balance. If you feel like you're a little out of balance, perhaps steadying yourself on a wall will allow you to relax enough to find that stretch. So it is in your best interest to feel fully supported and safe as you're doing this. And so let's take this one more time. First reaching down, forward through the hip flexor. Breathing into that stretch. And now we're gonna take that with the arm on the same side. So let's first fingertips towards the ceiling, allowing that reach to come through the back of the armpit. Find that lift first, and then reaching down and through the hip flexor. And then taking it back. Couple more times here at your own pace. And if you feel now that you need a little bit of padding underneath your knee, always feel free to pause this and make yourself comfortable. Last time. And then taking it back. So for the next stretch, I'm gonna tilt my camera down and I'll meet you seated on the mat. So you have a couple options here depending on how your hips feel. You could either have your legs crossed like so, or you could have one leg crossed, other leg almost like the opposite crossed. So feel free to tune in what is right for you, what feels doable for you. We're gonna bring one hand to the mat, other arm towards the ceiling, fingertips towards the ceiling. I'm just gonna tilt this again. Sometimes it's hard to find the right angle here. So we're gonna lift through that back of the armpit to reach up and take this over. Just with a little side bend, bringing it back, up, over. Now, if you have your legs crossed like I do, let's take this to the other side. If you don't and you have your legs just crisscrossed normally, you can continue that same side. Up and over, up and over. So we'll return to the original side to meet the people with both legs crossed. We're gonna reach up, over, and if you're able, you can take this into a little rotation, bringing that arm in front of you for a stretch. Back up and over. So if you have your legs like I do, let's switch sides. And if you have your legs crossed, that's also an option. So this time, I'll have my legs crossed, just in case you do. So we're gonna take our arm, reaching up, and taking it over. Reaching up, and taking it over. Now, if you have your legs the other way, you'll switch the arms and do two going the other way. But I'm gonna continue this way since I've got my legs crossed. Last one, reaching up, taking it over. And now If you have your legs the other way, let's come back to the arms that I have. Reaching up, giving yourself that rotation as you come over. And you might notice that you have a different range of rotation from side to side, and that's okay. Let's do that one more time. Just working with where you're at today. And then resting your arms. So go ahead and stand up, feel into those hips, maybe feeling it, how it feels to walk around the room afterwards. You might notice that you have a little bit more swing in your hips. You're a little bit better able to move around easily. So I hope you found this supportive, and I'll see you back here next time on the Wise YouTube channel. Take care.